It remains hot and sticky, but come morning, the storms roll in. Local forecasters tracking the timeline for the weekend.
It's dark here in this Royal Oak Park, but wait until I tell you what lewd and illegal acts police are hoping to shed light on after receiving several calls and complaints here.
All right, Jamont. Metallica's mini star, an 8-year-old Metro Detroiter, shares the stage with the popular rock band in a viral video.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Thanks for being with us for the news at 11. For Live Radar, they're showing a line of storms headed our way tonight.
It is still a few hours away, but you'll know when it's here because it'll come with some heavy downpours and some potentially damaging winds.
Andrew Humphreys here with a look at when the storms will get here. Andrew?
Well, certainly they'll arrive by tomorrow morning. As you can see right now, we've got cloudy skies overhead. The leading edge of it, this area of green right here, some light showers trying to make it down, but not quite making it to the ground yet here in south central Michigan, but a little bit farther to the west, just west or just south of Grand Rapids into the Chicago area over southern Lake Michigan. That's where rain actually is hitting the surface. And we got some nasty thunderstorms along with it in the areas of red. Around town right now, it still remains mostly cloudy, warm and muggy out there with a temperature of 79. But those showers will start to make their appearance in the wee hours of Saturday morning. So for your late night plans, at least for the next few hours, warm, continued humid with clouds overhead. Those clouds produce storminess anywhere from 4 o'clock in the morning up until 8 o'clock in the morning, moving from west to east and sweeping across the area and continuing to develop and possibly intensify with all this mugginess around. So showers and thunderstorms for a good portion of tomorrow morning and until early afternoon. And some of them may be heavy at times. There's at least a slight risk of severe weather. We'll talk about that and your full weekend forecast coming right up.
Okay, Andrew, some breaking news just in from Detroit's west side to tell you about. Police are on the scene of a shooting near Winthrop and Wadsworth. We're told one person has been shot at this boarded up house. The car that was apparently involved is also there. We're going to try to pan around and take a look at that. I believe it is that silver or grayish looking car there where you see the crime tape. Now, the circumstances leading up to this gunfire we are not sure about. We're gathering information as we speak, and we'll bring you updates as we get them.
It is a popular park for families with a playground for the kids and even a trail.
But Cummingston Park in Royal Oak has a problem that's not very family friendly, and is police stepping up presence at the park. Jermont Terry is live tonight with what's going on there. Jermont.
Karen and Kimberly, to simply put it, people are turning this park into a hookup spot for sex, and Royal Oak police are hoping to shine light on this situation by doing surveillance after they've received many calls about this problem. There's something about nature on a summer day. It's even better when your view out your front door is Cummingston Park.
Well, you see a nice place for kids to play.
For 3 decades, Jim Kosnick watched the youngsters play at the park, but recently he spotted some strange activity.
I call it shabby, pretty shabby characters.
Several complaints in recent weeks prompted Royal Oak police to come here, and it's more than just hanky-panky in the park.
Romancing there on the sidewalk, there's a time and place for everything, but not here.
Mr. Kosnick's grateful he hasn't seen what police are looking to curb: people meeting up, lurking into the wooded area to have sex.
You see someone you haven't seen for a long time and you greet her or him, you know, that can be appropriate, but not this, lover stuff.
Whether it's love or lust,
I'm disgusted at that.
Police hope to eliminate this location for the hookups.
When that happened, it'd probably be towards the evening, you would think.
But this illegal activity isn't happening only when the park is closed between 11 and 6. It's happening in broad daylight. Royal Oak police arrested 2 people for having sex in this park at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now that he knows what's really going on, he plans to pay attention to more than just the blooming flowers.
But I'm startled to hear all that.
Now, the 2 people recently arrested were both men. Now, police can't say with certainty if people are using an app or social media to meet up here, but they want to make one thing very clear, that Cummingston Park is not the place for this, and they have surveillance in light of what in light of all the calls, I should say, that they've made. Reporting live in Royal Oak, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont. It's been the most watched video on clickondetroit.com all night. It's surveillance video you saw first on 4, showing the moment a custodian cleaning the floor of Buff Wayland Chevrolet accidentally setting the place on fire. The explosion seems to happen without warning. 1 second, he's pushing the floor buffer. The next, a fireball erupts. But let's take it back a few minutes, and it's clear mistakes were made. At 7:18, he's spreading cleaning fluid on the floor. 2 minutes later, he knocks over a gas-filled canister. He picks it up, and you can see the liquid pouring out, spreading across the floor. As he moves to another section of the service department, you can see the puddles of gasoline growing. 4 minutes later, he pushes the buffer over those puddles, and within seconds, the gas ignites. He runs off, then 20 seconds later comes back with a fire extinguisher, but it's too late. There's no stopping the gas-fueled flames. In the 911 call, he's heard saying he thought there may have been a gas leak and he barely touched it and tried going around it. This video clearly contradicts that. However, firefighters tell us this was not an intentional fire and the actions were simply careless.
One day after Chester Bennington's death, Lincoln Park has canceled its summer tour, including the August 7th show at DTE Energy Music Theater. The band was scheduled to launch its tour next Thursday in Massachusetts. Ticket holders can get refunds wherever they purchase them.
New since 6 o'clock, President Trump has officially accepted White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer's resignation. As for Spicer, he says he's feeling relieved. He was all smiles late this afternoon when he was spotted walking into the West Wing of the White House. He's been replaced by Sarah Huckabee Sanders, but says he will stay with the administration through August. When Metallica rolled into town last week for their show at Comerica Park, it turns out they added a new 5th member to the band.
And this video is going viral on Twitter. The local girl was brought on stage for a drum solo.
Mara McDonald is live in Sterling Heights tonight. She's definitely the junior member of the group, Mara.
Karen, she absolutely is. I mean, after all, she's all of 8 years old. Take a look. Metallica didn't disappoint the 50,000 fans who packed Comerica Park to spend the evening with the rock gods and their latest miniature member.
This is my first show in Metallica.
We caught up with Kendallin at Where Else, a show tonight. She's currently in The Wizard of Oz at Sterling Heights Civic Theater. She took time out from her stage duties to talk to us.
I've been in Beauty and the Beast, I've been in Seussical, I've been in Willy Wonka and The Little Mermaid, and now this is Wizard of Oz.
She's a natural performer, but not a natural drummer, which is why this moment in the show was so surprising.
There's a tube. All right.
Metallica's legendary drummer Lars Ulrich picked her up and took her to his drum kit. Now realize Kendallin doesn't technically have drum experience, and she sure didn't know this was coming.
And Lars was just walking over, talking to a couple fans, and he saw her and he said, "Bring her up. I want her to play some drums." We're like, okay.
So he says, we're going to play Seek and Destroy. So we're going to go boom, boom. And I'm like, okay. So I did it. And then he picks me up and put it back. And then I got to keep the drumstick.
Dad Aaron is a Metallica super fan. The Detroit show was his 68th Metallica concert, and the two of them have been watching the band's videos her whole life. As far as whether Kendallin was intimidated about going on stage, nope.
50,000 people was pretty good. Because I wasn't scared.
Back here live, I asked Kendallin, what do you want to be when you grow up? And she immediately said either a doctor or a teacher. And I said, well, don't you want to be, a rock star or a movie star or a Broadway star? I mean, you've got all this performing experience. And she informs me that yes, that will happen, but when she's done being a doctor or a teacher. We are live in Sterling Heights tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
She's got her head on there, right?
Does.
I'm going to be a doctor and then I'll be a rock star.
I got a feeling this is not the last that we'll hear of Little Miss Kendallin. Mara, we appreciate it. That's a big deal, and Metallica even tweeted about it.
I know, it's so confident, man.
Yeah, very much so. All right, well, chemotherapy is notorious for making patients' hair fall out, but one drug had a surprising side effect. We'll show you.
An officer accused of shooting a woman's dogs. He says they threatened him, but she says her security cameras say otherwise. Sandra.
When a local mom decided to clear out some clutter, she had no idea the impact it would have on her family. Coming up, how Mona got started and the lessons she learned that could help your family unclutter your life.
It started as one mom's effort to clear some clutter out of her family's home, but it turned into so much more.
And I think you don't realize how much your things are weighing you down until you don't have them anymore.
That's true. Piles of paper on the kitchen counter, closet stuffed full of clothes you'd never wear, a basement full of who knows what.
I can relate to this. We all have those spots in our home, don't we, that attract clutter? Well, when one Brighton mom decided to tackle the problem head on, she never imagined the impact it would have on her family.
Sandra Ali has the story.
Like so many of us, Mona Shand had been fighting a losing battle against her family's clutter until one day she realized she was fighting the wrong war.
For years, I was thinking I just needed to be more organized. I needed more of a system, more bins, more ways to organize my stuff. And one day I looked around and I thought, you know what? The problem is not that I'm not organized enough. It's that we just have too much stuff.
Mona Shand says it was a turning point. The mother of 3 decided it was time for a change.
I started to think about what message that was sending to my kids. Lots of pajamas in here.
Mona started by stopping the flow of stuff into their home with a self-imposed shopping moratorium. That meant not buying anything that wasn't essential.
My kids did not need any more clothes. I did not need any more clothes. We didn't need any more toys, random gadgets, you know, the smoothie maker you throw into your cart when you're at Target.
When it came to decluttering, Mona was inspired by something she saw on Facebook.
March 1st, I started a little project called 40 Days and 40 Bags. It was a Lenten decluttering effort.
The idea is to declutter 1 bag of stuff from your home for each of the 40 days of Lent. Mona created a Facebook group and invited her friends and their friends to join in.
And eventually we ended up with about 200 people in the group. Some as close as my neighbors and some as far away as Australia.
She started tackling the clutter 1 area at a time. The easiest room?
I would say the kitchen. I don't think we have as many emotional attachments to things like dishes.
The impact was immediate. Cupboards were no longer overflowing and there were fewer dishes to wash.
You know, if my kids have access to 20 water bottles, they're going to just keep taking another one every time they need one.
Next came her closet and her kids' closets. The most difficult items to part with?
I was a runner for many, many years, and then I suffered an injury about a year ago, and I'll probably never be able to run again. I had maybe 50, probably 75 even t-shirts from races that I've run in the past. They were just sitting in a drawer, but still the emotional attachment to those was really strong.
The original goal was 40 bags. Mona surpassed that and is still going.
It's at least 60 bags at this point. I mean, our neighbors probably thought we were moving or getting a divorce or something. We're not, I promise.
Along the way, she's learned some valuable lessons.
I've come to realize that my house is not a store. I don't need to keep everything just in case.
As each bag was donated or tossed out,
I felt lighter. I really did. I think you don't realize how much your things are weighing you down until you don't have them anymore.
Her Facebook friends have also made progress.
It's been really rewarding to see people say similar things, that they feel lighter, that they can have guests in their house again.
Lent is long over, but Mona is still decluttering.
I really feel like I could get another 40 bags out of my house, and I probably still need to. I just really feel like, why didn't I do this earlier?
Mona says one thing she will never get rid of: precious family photos. She says those are meant to be held on to and even passed down. If you want to learn more about Mona's journey, head to the lifestyle page of clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
Good ideas. The whole water bottle thing is so true. You don't need so many things.
Absolutely. You'll just keep grabbing it, and won't wash it. Yeah, a lot of people can relate to that.
Well, now here's a look at what we're working on for Monday night.
We're gonna have an ambulance come and take a look at you, all right? Just stay. No. You're good. Don't push me. Get back. Brian? No, you stay out here. traffic.
Now, that video was very tough to watch. We've been working on that investigation for weeks, and we hope you'll join us Monday night for this very important story that we hope will help others.
In the Weather Pod now with Andrew, and you're talking storms tomorrow, and obviously it's the weekend, and we've got lots of graduation parties and events, and we would like it not to be too bad.
I know, we wouldn't want it to be. I know there might be outdoor events that are planned. Maybe a good reminder how it's important to take inventory of what's inside the counts. Maybe. We have some showers and storms that are on the way, but no matter how you slice it, I know we don't want rain on the weekend. That's what Karen and I were alluding to, but unfortunately it is on the way. Here we are in Detroit. We have clouds overhead for now. You can see showers, some light, like in these areas of green and yellow out toward Kalamazoo, but heavier showers, including around South Bend, Indiana, and back toward Chicago, that are responsible for some heavy downpours and ponding on roadways. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some of that by early tomorrow morning, starting around 4 to 6 a.m. as it sweeps across the area. Another batch of rain, too, farther to the north that will move into parts of the UP and northern lower peninsula. All that being said, it's still going to be a warm and muggy night, and for now, we just have cloudy skies. 72 will be the low right here in the city of Detroit. Same thing over in Romulus, throughout much of the metro zone. Also in many other parts of southeast Michigan. In fact, all 4 zones will see warm, muggy conditions, upper 60s and low 70s overnight. After a high temperature today of 88 degrees, we're now down to only 79, and a wind out of the south at around 5 miles per hour, bringing in some of that warm and muggy air. So warm and humid for the next few hours. Storminess starts to arrive between 4 and 8 in the morning when you join me on Local 4 News today, and storminess continues from 8 a.m. even into the lunchtime hours up until about 2 p.m. before they move on. Currently, we've got 70s, even near 80 degrees, depending on where you are. 81 for our friends over in Livonia and around Redford. Make sure your homes are well ventilated. Make sure air conditioners are working so you can stay comfortable this evening and overnight tonight, because we're still in the muggy zone, everybody. Dew points right now mostly in the upper 60s and low 70s, and it makes it feel like it's around 80 or a bit more. Even though it's in the 70s in Oakland County, feels like 80 for right now over in Pontiac, 80 the current heat index over in Adrian. And because of that storminess and because of all the mugginess around, there's still at least a marginal to slight risk of strong to severe storms. Now, there are no watches or warnings up now, but this is just a precaution just to let you know we may experience some heavy downpours, some frequent lightning, even the possibility of damaging wind, especially tomorrow morning or midday, as the storm system starts to arrive. Around 6 a.m., it'll be just entering our western zones like Ann Arbor, Livingston County, sweeping across the area around breakfast time or shortly afterward, including southern Wayne County, before it moves on shortly after lunchtime. After that, showers become more widely scattered. And you can see another area of low pressure that might give us a chance of some widely scattered showers for your Sunday. So a high temperature of 84 degrees for tomorrow. Those showers and thunderstorms, again, are still to our west. We'll see 84 for a high tomorrow, 85 on Sunday. Then much more settled weather. As sunshine comes back, it gets a little less humid. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s much of next week.
We would like lower humidity.
That's can't complain about that.
Something to look forward to after the weekend.
It is. Okay.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Well, you may have heard the saying, to burn energy, you need energy. Well, a new study is suggesting tonight there could be benefits to working out on an empty stomach.
We'll have that, and an officer in hot water for shooting a woman's dogs. He says they were aggressive, but the owner's surveillance cameras tell a different story. That's next.
A Westland man charged with molesting young boys is free tonight after posting a $100,000 bond. Andrew Arnett is accused of touching at least 4 fifth-grade boys at a kid's birthday party at a Brighton hotel back in January. Police say one accuser came forward last month. They're trying to determine if there are other victims.
In Brownstown Township, police are looking for a thief who stole $500 worth of the acid reflux and heartburn medication known as Nexium. Happened July 11th at the CVS near Telegraph and Sibley Roads. Police say the thief is a man who dressed as a woman to commit the crime.
The newly renovated home for 4 otters at the Detroit Zoo opened today. The Edward Mardigian Senior River Otter habitat is now triple its original size, with a new outdoor oasis featuring a beach and a stream.
A Minneapolis homeowner says a police officer shot her family's 2 dogs, then lied about how it happened. Body cam footage shows the officer shooting one of the dogs. After getting hit, the dog runs away. The homeowner's security camera also captured the shooting. In the police report, the officer said the dogs charged at him. The city's police department has asked for an internal investigation. Both dogs survived but required surgery. And a new study out of Spain finds newly developed drugs meant to treat cancer patients can turn gray hair back into dark hair.
So take a look at this. These are the before and after photos showing one of 14 lung cancer patients who saw his gray hair revert back to being dark brown after he was given the drug. 13 patients had all their hair darkened. In one, it was only darker in patches. Researchers say more studying is needed to find out how the drugs manage to restore hair pigment.
A new study suggests working out on an empty stomach may help you burn more fat. British researchers followed 10 overweight and sedentary men who walked for an hour on treadmills. When the men ate breakfast before their workouts, they burned more calories. But when they skipped breakfast, they burned more fat, and the genes in their fat cells became more active. More research, of course, needs to be done, but
I do that.
Let's just
I do
work
that
out.
too. Well, because normally if you work out in the morning, you don't have time to eat a big
anything.
breakfast.
Yeah,
So.
a lot of people call it fasted cardio, and I do it sometimes too.
Okay.
Hi, Jamie.
You have to work out to be involved in this.